As many of you know, there are 18 past and present members of the Magnificent 7 Plus, M7.plus. And the purpose of this video is to remind us why we are all here. And that is to pursue our worthy goal of recruiting people to and developing them through joyful jobs for life, with profit and joy shared amongst engaged stakeholders. And where does it start? It starts with Winslow. And with our Phuket retreat approaching 18 to 22 of April, it's time to get serious about joyful jobs for life, because we have a substantial amount of approved projects that are linked to Winslow assessments. So the 48 Winslow words that matter are important. And I've committed to one member of M7 today to join Hell Week with them, because the rewards will be great. It is estimated that if we can get to 48 Winslow words that matter memorized, we can enjoy a 6-fold increase in our hourly rates. Why is this so? Because we can demonstrate our competence and confidence to help people transform into lives that are fulfilling and profitable. So I committed to one member of M7 only today on this Train Tuesday. And Train Tuesday is the day we love to ask, what would I love to learn today? And we ask that of ourselves. And my question was, I'd love to learn how to reinforce the importance of these 48 Winslow words that matter. Why 48? Well, there are 24 personality traits measured by Winslow, and each of those traits has a low score, an influential trait score of 1, 2, 3, a high score, an 8, 9, 10 score on that trait, or something in between, meaning someone's in transition. Now, when we are debriefing a Winslow profile with a client or an applicant or a candidate or an employee, we can go down that X-ray and say, you're high or low on sociability, you're high or low on recognition, you're high or low on conscientiousness, you're high or low on trust, you're high or low on nurturance, etc. But they can read that too. So the reason that we have these words is twofold, as was explained to me by David Bell only this morning. One, it helps us understand the debrief process. Two, we're helping the client understand the definition of those traits. And three, it points out that you don't always want to have a 10 score in everything. A low score can be a good thing. So thank you for that, David Bell. So David Bell has committed to reciting the 48 Winslow words that matter 48 times before he goes to bed tonight. Now, I would not ask anyone to do anything that I would not do myself. So, David, I am joining you on Hell Week and Hell Day, reciting the 48 Winslow words that matter. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. Introvert, extrovert, impolite, cooperative, self-centered, dependable, shy, demonstrative, suspicious, open, unsympathetic, compassionate. That's interpersonal skills. What about organizational skills? Starting with alertness, we have concrete, thinker, intelligent, inexact, precise, disorderly, tidy, change-resistant, adaptable, practical, innovative, unreliable, accountable. What about dedication traits? Starting with ambition, we have unmotivated, competitive, tired, perseverant, submissive, persuasive, risk-averse, adventurous, insubordinate, cooperative, conforming, commanding for the leadership trait. And then the final quadrant on control. Self-confidence, apprehensive, brave, fitful, mature, sensitive, resilient. Autonomy is dependent, self-sufficient, contentment, unhappy, fulfilled, and control, impulsive, deliberate. My Achilles heel. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to do that 47 more times before I go to bed to help lock it in. And I'll be using some of the memory tips and tricks taught to us by Jennifer Goddard and by Shuey and by Michaela and by Jennifer Mattia. All the girls seem to be able to do this like this. It's the boys lagging behind. Come on, you 7 old white men, you can do it. And I'll leave you with this technique called the 1 second decision by David Goggins, who went through Hell Week with the Navy SEALs. So I leave you with this 5-minute video from David Goggins on the 1 second rule or the 1 second decision. This might just transform your life this year and the year of the dragon.
What do you think most people get wrong about motivation?
They think it's a permanent fix. And like I say, I always tell people, you have to learn to perform without motivation. Just get back to fucking work. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab, because that's where the knowledge came from. So the 1 second decision is, I had to live through that 1 second decision several times during this race. So this race took me 100 and some hours, okay? And this is what people don't get. For you to finish that race, even though I DNF'd, I still finished in the time. So there's a lot of pride in that. If you're 100 and some odd hours, let me use Hell Week. This is a perfect example. Hell Week's 130 hours. And 130 hours is a lot of seconds, a lot of fucking seconds. And if you lose, let's say you win every second but one, you lost. It only takes 1 second for you to lose the whole thing. So the 1 second decision is just that. You're in a situation where life is sucking. Let's say you're in extreme cold water and your life is flashing before your eyes. Every time that wave goes over your head, your thought process is, I gotta get the fuck out of this water. And you're in Hell Week. And you're hour 1 of 130 fucking hours. It's all fun and games, okay? Because at the beginning of Hell Week, the guns are going off. It's like a pep rally. So you're fucking hyped up. And your boys are linked arms. And you're getting sprayed. It's like a fucking pep rally. The instructor yelling at you. Bombs are going off. Concussion grenades. Blanks from N60s. Oh, hoo-yah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. See, what they do is they shut that shit off. They shut it off. All that hoo-yah, all that hype gets real quiet. And they march you out to that surf zone for something called surf torture. It is that water, that Pacific Ocean is cold as shit. So no more pep rally. Now in your head, you're linked arms with your brothers beside you. You don't know if they're gonna be there long or not. You don't care. You think about yourself. You lay back and that first wave hits you. Your mind goes straight from hour 2 all the way to hour 130. You can't process 5 days of this shit. You're now in a fuck you, like I gotta get out of here. You're in fight or flight. It's cold. I can't be cold this long. And then this is that 1 second decision comes in. You forgot every reason why you wanted to be there. You don't care about SEALs. You don't care about any of this. You don't care about fighting for your country. You don't care about that gaudy gold trident that they put on your chest. You don't care about any of that shit. All you want to do is go back home. You want the warmth. You may want something to eat. You want your girl to hold you. All those things of comfort are there in that 1 second. And this is where people lose. So what I do in that 1 second, because we all think about quitting, shit's hard. But what you have to do in that 1 second is hard to process information during pain, because that pain takes over and you can't think rationally. You're thinking about fight or flight, save yourself. It's not a rational thought. It's not a thought that's going to get you through hard times. Most people fail that 1 second. So what happens, what I do in that 1 second, and there's a bigger process to all this, but in that 1 second, I physically stay in that water. Because if I get out of the water, I quit. So I physically stay in the water, but mentally, I'm on the fucking beach with the fucking instructors. And the instructors, it's cold outside, so they got these parkas on. They got their cup of fucking Joe, and they're warm because they've already been through it. So now it's your turn. So mentally, I get back with them. I'm still in the water physically, but mentally, I'm back with them. I'm chilling. I got my parka on, and now I'm thinking logically because I'm warm now. Mentally, I'm taking that 1 second. Let's not quit yet, guys. Let's fucking think about your options. Where are you going to end up if you quit this shit? where are you going to go? What are you going to say to yourself? Because you know you're going to get warm. The second you get out of this water, you can take a shower and you can be warm. You could be, and in 5 days, you could be out. So I start thinking logically. I calm my brain down because your brain just wants to get out. Ring the bell, put your helmet down, get warm, then you're really fucked. And these are the things you have to think about the 1 second decision. So that's all about. It's about gaining control of your mind, putting things back in the proper perspective, and then saying, I really do want to be here. And I'm going to have a bunch of these 1 seconds through this 130-hour journey. And I have to learn to control these, because if I fail one of these 1 seconds, I will not be a SEAL. I will not be a doctor. I will not be a lawyer. I will not be whatever the fuck it is. So that's how important that 1 second decision is. It's all about your mind takes control of you. You have to say, fuck you. I run this motherfucker. And that's what that's about.
Apologies for that. So what are you going to do in your 1 second decision using David Goggins' 1 second rule? Do you really want to be here? Do you want to be part of M7? Do you want to be part of this journey that will take time, that will suck, that will require doing hard things? In that 1 second, will you decide to embrace the suck? And it all starts with Winslow. And the first step is memorizing those 48 Winslow words that matter. And I applaud you, David Bell, my mentor, for committing to reciting those 48 Winslow words that matter 48 times before you go to bed tonight. Hats off to you, David Bell. I salute you.